Hey, this is Jay from Jay's Conviction. This video is a little bit outside my normal scope of sketch comedy. This is going to be my little horror story about kidney stones. I'm going to put up some pictures and a little short video right now. This is a kidney stone I just passed. You see, I want to show you how crumbly it is. But let me go back to about 2021. It was around Thanksgiving time. I had some bad flank pain. I thought my appendix burst, throwing up, vomiting. I ended up having to go to the hospital. Discovered I had a big kidney stone in my right kidney. That kidney stone was 7 by 7 millimeters. At that time, they were gonna do surgery to remove the kidney stone with lithotripsy. It was almost Christmas time. My wife wanted to go see her mom that was, 4 hours away, and they wanted to schedule the surgery pretty much on the same time we were going to be down there. Her mom was in ill health, so I bypassed having the surgery done so I could go down there with her mom. I'm glad we did because her mom passed away shortly after that. So anyway, I never did get any surgery done. I didn't have insurance or anything like that. They were basically just going to have mercy on me. Fast forward, that pain comes and goes off and on, very severe. Over time, I actually grew used to the pain. It wasn't easy. One morning, I woke up to urinate, and I couldn't get a drop out. A few weeks earlier, I had some pain, but it went away. Ended up having to go to the hospital, and they said that I had a 10 by 12 millimeter kidney stone stuck at the very end of my penis, at the very, very end. I mean, I could feel it with my fingers. It was there. So it basically got up and down and got stuck. Of course, not having insurance, the urologist didn't want to do anything for me. He said, give him some Flomax and send him home. But before they did that, they actually tried to, stick forceps in there and yank it out, sent me home with Flomax. Like I said, at that time, I could just drip, 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 get a drizzle out. I could barely urinate at all. Next morning, I couldn't get a drop out, and everything swole up real big. So I went back to the emergency room where they said this was a life-threatening situation. They should have never sent you home. And once again, they tried to yank it out. I mean, they gave me shots inside, spread me open, stuck needles inside, trying to numb it so they could yank it out. They weren't able to do that. Scheduled me for emergency surgery. That part was the worst, any pain I've ever felt in my life, them trying to yank it out. Whatever they gave me to numb it didn't work at all. They did some kind of laser where they stuck the laser there to break it up and pulled it out. So after that, they inserted a catheter. The catheter they put in somehow got blocked and was backing up fluid into my kidney. And finally, when I got them to take it out, they realized that something was wrong. Needless to say, all this did significant damage down there. I mean, everything still functions normally, but it's just not, things aren't quite the same as they were before all this happened. So ever since then, I just suffer with the kidney stones from fear of what they've already done to me. A little bit later, maybe 6 or 8 months after that, another giant kidney stone got stuck in the exact same location. Now, this part's going to be cringy. Once it got stuck, I decided I wasn't going back to the hospital to deal with that. I did everything in my power to try to remove that kidney stone myself. Pliers, skinniest little pliers I could get, tweezers, whatever. I couldn't get it out. The best thing I could do was I had a little metal rod that I could insert and kind of push it out of the way just so I could go to the bathroom, and that's what happened. And because I didn't have insurance or money, I didn't want to go back to the hospital, go back to what they put me through before. I just dealt with it like that. I was afraid to go anywhere if I had to go to the bathroom. But during this whole time, when this first started, I'd read about apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. I started drinking 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar mixed with 3 tablespoons of lemon juice every night with a little bit of water to just dilute it, make it more palatable. So I drank that every day. About the time this second one got stuck. And it stayed that way for almost maybe 6, 8 months, a year. It stayed that way. I never thought it was going to come out. With that little metal rod, I could kind of feel the spines on it, and I could break a little tiny piece off here and there. But I mean, I just felt like, man, I was doomed to deal with this for the rest of my life. And then one day, after a while, I built up just enough pressure to push it out. Not only did it come out, another one came out behind it. Very large. I'm talking about at least easily 12 millimeters in length. When it came out, it crumbled like nothing. And ever since then, I've been drinking that apple cider vinegar. I pass a kidney stone about once a month. And they've varied in size from 4 or 5 millimeters, to tiny little specks. They always crumble. That's my little horror story there. And if you're suffering from those damn kidney stones, you have my deepest sympathies. God bless everybody out there, man. Thank you for watching.